Pen and paper is usually a good idea. All right, so sorry, it was kind of a dick move. Your best bet is to, a lot of authors, especially new authors, like to fancy themselves as pantsers, writing by the seat of their pants, writing as inspiration hits and as you go. And sure, some people can do that and produce a quality book, but few and far between. And I don't mean that as a once you're an experienced author, you can't become more of a pantser. I mean, when you are learning the craft of writing and you are learning how to write and publish a book, regardless of how much you've written in other contexts before, outlining and plotting a book, especially if it's a book that exists within a series, you want to be as meticulous and methodical as you can be. So figure out the plot structure of your book, your character's reasons for being, all that stuff, the character development, character interactions, all that stuff, and brainstorm. Brainstorm regardless of whether it makes sense, let it be all unorganized. Then you find the certain core elements of your story, the basic background or blurb that would exist on the back of the book, and then you work from there. So once you have the basic story structure and where you want everything to go, roughly, and you can always pants midway through the book. Like if you think of something better, you don't have to stick to a rigid outline, but essentially what you want to do at this point is start outlining chapter by chapter. Okay, so in chapter 1, it starts off as this, and don't do an info dump. Like, if you have to explain things in your first chapter, you're not starting your book at the right point. Show, don't tell, all that stuff. But outline chapters 1, 2, 3, 4. Have a rough go of things and then start writing it. Don't worry about the middle of the book yet. You're not there yet. You have a rough idea because of your outlining where the story's going to go, but you don't know whether the middle of the book's going to be chapter 5 or chapter 12. And my suggestion is to not try and write the complete book that you're going to publish all at once. Write the skeleton first. Your first draft is just you telling yourself the story. So if you have a basic outline, then tell it as sloppy as you can, missing a whole slew of details. You know, maybe you only write 4 chapters. That's your entire book, but it later becomes chapter 1, chapter 9, chapter 16, chapter 24. So that way you basically just go from beginning to the end and fill the gaps in between. In terms of how to actually start writing, like with writing software, you can go the easy route, which is download Kindle Create, which is Amazon KDP's writing platform. It has everything sort of set up, margins for the pages and stuff already, but it is a very bare bones app. You could also use free apps like Microsoft Office Online. Yes, it's free if you use online. Google Docs. You could use Scrivener, whatever, it's your choice. I myself prefer Microsoft Office. And then once you're ready to publish, you can go wide to other stores, Barnes & Noble, iTunes, Kobo. But generally speaking, I suggest for new authors to go into Kindle Unlimited to expand their reach as much as possible, get as many reviews as possible, and take advantage of their free download promotions and all that shit. But yeah, write the shittiest book you can, and then make it good.